fi'li, the action of the Prophet. And the third one is taqrir, the silence of the Prophet. This three things is very important for you to understand. And to understand this, if you were being given a lesson by somebody, tell you, the Prophet say this, but the Prophet do another thing. As a follower, you must follow what the Prophet say first. You cannot do what the Prophet do first. You must do what the Prophet want you to do first. Al-qawl nabi taqaddam min al-fi'l nabi. The saying of the Prophet always comes first before his action. Don't do what the Prophet do first. Do what he want you to do. Now, under these three categories, you have Sunnah, that is wajib. Now, this is very important for all of us to know. Because in general, all Muslims say Sunnah is optional. There is the general understanding of the Muslim. Sunnah is optional. But there is a Sunnah which is called Sunnah wajib. Because Sunnah is the way of the Prophet. The way of the Prophet, there is wajib for you to follow, a must for you to follow. And there is certain way of the Prophet, saying of the Prophet is just a Sunnah, just a optional for you to follow. You have a choice to do it or not. I'll go in detail later on. You have Sunnah wajib and Sunnah sunnat. And you have Sunnah khasa, means certain thing that is only for the Prophet, you cannot do. And you have Sunnah amma, general, everybody can do. One of the example of Sunnah khas, the Prophet can marry more than 4. You can. The Prophet must pray tahajjud every night. It's wajib on him, not to us. The Prophet, wherever he died, there is where he will be buried, not you, not me. If you die at home, you are not going to be buried at home. You're going to be in the maqbarah, in the graveyard. But for the Prophet, it's khusus for him. Wherever he died, he will be buried there. That's only specially for him. The Prophet cannot receive any sadaqah. We can. Any woman that the Prophet married and he have jima even one time, whether after that the Prophet passed away or he divorced his wife, no man can remarry with this lady. No man can marry this lady anymore. Because she become Ummul Mu'minin, the mother of all believers. That is only apply for the wife of the Prophet, not for our wife. Our wife, after you married her, you divorce her, after her iddah, is up to her. It's up to her to remarry again or not to marry. That is her choice, but she can. And anyone can propose to her again, but not the wife of the Prophet. This is some example, something that is only allowed for the Prophet, not for his ummah. Sunnah khasa and Sunnah amma. And then you have Sunnah ibadah wa Sunnah adah. Sunnah is the way of the Prophet. Whatever the Prophet do is a Sunnah. But the Prophet being an Arabs, he may eat like the Arabs, he may dress like Arabs. That is Sunnah adah. That is part of his tradition. It's an Arab tradition. It is not a must for you to dress like an Arab, like I. Do you think that by dressing like this make you a better Muslim? No. Abu Lahab, Abu Jahal also dressed like me. Maybe his jubba is more expensive than my jubba. That's no different. This is Sunnah adah because the Prophet is an Arab, so he dressed like an Arab. Yeah, it's just good for him and with his own people. It's fair enough. But if you want to dress like an Arab, it's no problem. There's no problem at all. But it's not an ibadah. An ibadah is you must cover your aura. With what kind of dressing is up to you. Indian style, Chinese style, Malay style, English style is up to you as long as you cover your aura. That is sunnah ibadah. Ibadah means you cover your aura. Adat is up to you. Again, I just want to remind everybody. The sunnah, the Prophet said, eat with your right hand. Eat with your right hand. Drink with your right hand. Now you want to use bare hand, or you want to use chopstick, or do you want to use spoon, or you want to use fork? It's up to you. The Prophet now said you must use bare hand. No. But if a person use the right hand, alhamdulillah, he's following the sunnah. The sunnah of ibadah is to eat and drink with the right hand, not necessarily bare hand. No. Some people are so particular. They said, you must eat with your bare hand. Okay. So we start to eat with our bare hand. We eat what? We eat rice. And then you start to eat rice with 5 fingers. You use almost the whole finger. And then they say, no, you're not following the sunnah, because the Prophet eat only with 3 fingers. And then you're in trouble now. Eat with 3 fingers. You can eat 3 fingers with roti canai, prata. Yeah? You can eat with 3 fingers. 1 finger you stop it from moving, and 2 fingers you tear the roti. But you eat rice with 3 fingers, you are in trouble. You eat rice with 3 fingers, that means you are eating more wind than rice. Yeah? There more air will come into your body than the rice. What the Prophet said, he's an Arab. Any tradition that belong to the Arab who do not contradict Islam, he will carry on. He eat like the Arabs. He eat Arab's food because he's an Arab. So there is ada. There is not a must that you follow, but you want to follow, it's up to you. But the sunnah ibadah is important, not the sunnah ada. The Prophet used to travel by riding what? Camel. And what? Horse. Is it a must for everybody to ride horse and camel? Then you're in trouble. There are more camel in India in the future. You know, if everybody, oh, the Prophet go to Hajj with camel, so everybody who want to go to Hajj must learn how to ride on camel first. You can try. There's nothing wrong. You're welcome to take a camel, go to Mecca. You are welcome from Bangalore to Mecca. But that's the sunnah adat. The sunnah ibadah, go to Hajj. How to go is up to you. It's up to you. About dunya, the Prophet do not want to interfere. The Prophet said, Antum a'lamu bi umuri dunyakum. About the dunya, you are more knowledgeable than me. I don't want to get into it. But about akhirah, you don't come in. Don't mess with akhirah, because nobody know about akhirah more than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you have sunnah muakkada wa sunnah ghair muakkada. Sunnah is highly recommended, and just a sunnah is recommended but not highly recommended. And you have sunnah muakkad, means sunnah temporarily. Sometimes the Prophet do it, after that he stop it. It's just for some period of time, not a continuous sunnah. And it's important for us to understand all these different sunnah. Now we come back to the qawli, fi'li, and taqrir. If you read the hadith of the Prophet, you will come across some hadith will start with Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. True or not? You come across some hadith will start with An Abi Hurairah radiyallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What do you understand by this word qala? He said. Who said he said? Abi Hurairah. Did Abi Hurairah say, I heard from the Prophet say so and so? Did he say that? Did he say that? No. Abi Hurairah said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam said so. But you will come across some hadith, like Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu al-Faruq said, Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yaqulu. Umar one day he said, I heard the Prophet say. Now you see the difference? Do you see the difference, brothers? Abi Hurairah said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Umar ibn Khattab said, I heard the Prophet say. Do you know the difference now? Can you know the difference about these two saying? Yes, there's a big difference. Like today, what I'm saying to you, what I'm talking to you are here, so you have the right to say, Hussain Yi said so. Because when he said that, I was there. But if you are not here, you heard that I say something, you can not say, I heard the Prophet say. I heard Hussain Yi say. No, no. Hussain Yi heard, say that. Because somebody have told me. But when he said it, I was not there. And you will come across some hadith that the companion of the Prophet was said, Ra'aytu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam fa'ala kaza kaza. I saw the Prophet do this, so and so. I saw the Prophet make his wudu, taking his ablution. And this is how he make his wudu. And that's why I'm doing the wudu now. Just like how I've seen him perform his wudu. You see the difference now? One companion said, the Prophet said. Another companion said, I heard the Prophet say. Another companion said, I saw the Prophet do this and this and this. All are Sunnah. But when the Prophet command you, example, the Prophet said, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. When Allah said, Aqimus salah, establish your prayer, perform your prayer. Then the Prophet was taught by Angel Gabriel how to perform the prayer. Because when he made the Isra and Mi'raj, his night journey from Mecca to Medina, from Medina to Palestine, from Palestine, he went up. Don't do what the Prophet do first, do what he wants you to do. People who follow the Quran must follow the Sunnah. Sunnah is the way of the Prophet. Whatever the Prophet do is a Sunnah. You cannot change the rak'at of prayer. You cannot change the time of prayer. When you change, that means you commit a sin. Allah says, He is the best example for you to follow. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ati Allah wa ati ar-rasul.